All right, let's move on to the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. Another early start. This one, 3:30 Eastern on ABC. This is 12:30 local time. This is the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. I still can't believe we have a Jimmy Kimmel Bowl in Inglewood, California. Maybe one day I'll get to be successful enough to have a Stucky Bowl.
Yeah.
Trying to think where that would be played.
You're gonna have to play in what? Go back to your stomping grounds, play it in up on the Blue Route up there by Media
The Blue
PA,
Route. No, I gotta play. I would play it in like
King of Prussia
Key
Mall. Is that where you want it?
Key West, like a high school stadium
Yeah.
in Key West, Cox Republic. All right, so Fresno State 3-point favorite here over Washington State, over under 55. I love Fresno State here.
Yep.
I love them up to 3. I think I took them at 1. I would play them again at 3, take them in pools at 3. I think they're still really undervalued in the market after playing half their season without Jake Haener. The drop off to his backup is massive. It's a 2-star Logan Fife. The Fresno State also made a few schematic changes on defense late in the year. They started run blitzing a lot more, blitzing overall a lot more, and it really paid off. Their defense really improved down the stretch. They still remain a little bit vulnerable against the run, but you don't have to worry about that against Washington State. It's one of the most pass happiest teams in the country with their air raid. And that's the strength of Fresno State's defense is their secondary. Also, long breaks in between games for air raid offenses have not worked out well in the past for former air raids in bowl season. Plus, Washington State won't have 2 of its top targets who enter the transfer portal at receiver. They also, on defense, I think they had a really surprising year on defense, better than I expected. But they will be down a number of key starters at linebacker, including first-team All-Pac-12 NFL prospect Dan Henley. They also lost their defensive coordinator, Brian Ward, who went to Arizona State. I think he's extremely underrated, and he will be missed here. So, yeah, Washington State missing more key pieces at linebacker and receiver. Fresno State, I think, has the better matchup with their passing offense, 2 teams that like to throw the ball. And I don't think Washington State is a team that's going to exploit some of the run defense issues at Fresno State, but they did, even like I just said, they even addressed some of those run defense issues late in the year. Go back to that Boise game where their defense was excellent in the Mountain West Championship. So I think this is all Fresno.
Yeah, 100% in agreement with you. Washington State losing their top 2 targets, losing their 2 key linebackers. Defensive coordinator Brian Ward has left the program for Arizona State. By the way, what the hell is happening down at Arizona State where I think DJU is going to end up? Story for next summer. Jake Dickert, the head coach, he's going to be calling the plays, I think, on defense. He's going to be hands-on for the Cougars, which isn't a big deal. That's the position that he held when Nick Rolovich was there, so it's nothing new for him, but that will take up a lot of his activity. Now, Jeff Tedford was really happy to draw this bowl. I mean, why wouldn't you be as Fresno State getting to go play down in SoFi? He commented that after playing in Allegiant in Vegas this season, that SoFi was the next desired location. And, also on his roster, all these Fresno kids, if you've ever been, by the way, airport code FAT, F-A-T, all these Fresno kids, they all come from Southern California. So SoFi is going to have plenty of Bulldog support in there. So that was a big win for Tedford and the players. And, Cam Ward is a lot of fun to watch. He is a highlight reel, but there is a serious problem with this Washington State offense, and that is they cannot protect the ball whatsoever from a havoc allowed standpoint. This offense for Washington State is terrible. Washington State is 113th in tackles for loss allowed, 18 fumbles, nearly half of them by quarterback Cam Ward this season. Their downfield passing is going to be tough because Fresno finished 3rd nationally in passes defensed. They fell just 10 short of that elite Penn State defense, that one that we talk about, how they're just leading the nation in PBUs. Fresno was just right behind them. So Cam Ward's not going to, have a lot of success throwing it downfield. And as for the Wazoo defense, defending the run has just been a problem. Home, road, it doesn't matter. And Jordan Mims is going to have a huge day. He's guaranteed 15 carries. He's guaranteed 3 explosive runs. That's been his average per game. I'd stop buying this at 3. I think there's going to be a lot of 3.5 show up on the market. I would buy a 3.5 minus 120. I'd buy the hook down to minus 120. If you're going to play 3.5, I'd play it for less, but Fresno State is the play here.
Yeah, Fresno State. If you're ever in Fresno, you mentioned fat. Get a fat tri-tip sandwich. That's what they're famous for. Go to Doghouse Grill, catch a game, get a tri-tip sandwich. But yeah, I agree. It's Fresno here.